Hey, morning guys. So today we are going to do a what is on my iPhone because I already did an unboxing, so I thought why not do what's on my iPhone. Not that anyone cares, but it'll be fun, I promise. Okay, so let's get into it. So right off the get-go, we have my wallpaper. You open the lock screen and this is my wallpaper. And when you hold down the screen, it goes to all the different options and customizations that you can do for the wallpapers. So these are all my wallpapers. So I found almost all of them on Pinterest. So let's do this one. And then we're going to open my phone, and this is the home screen. So at the top is a Widgetsmith that I use for my calendar. And when you open this first folder called Apple, you'll see calendar, where, I use this a lot. And there's just like different days that are like busier than others and that sort of jazz. Settings, weather, contacts, FaceTime, watch, wallet, calculator, oh my word, app store, and then voice memos. So these apps I don't really gravitate towards, so they're just in a folder. Clock, maps, Find My. So Find My is where you can find your phone or like different Apple products that you have, or you can track friends or family members. So that's what I use that for. Then you have notes, which you can create your own notes. As you can see, I have many. You can lock your notes, which I really like. And then you have reminders, camera, and photos. So the really cool thing about camera is, like with this, you can do 0.5, you can do 1, and then it'll have like your millimeters, so 24, 28, 35. And then you have your 2 times and your 5 times, which is also really cool. You have your RAW that you can do, which I always shoot in RAW, and like having that on the phone now is super cool because I just do it on my camera. And then portrait. And the cool thing with cinematic is it's like stabilization, which is really cool, so it's not super shaky. And then yeah, photos. And then down at the bottom here, I keep the ones that I use the most. So Safari, phone, messages, and music. I do use Apple Music. I have family sharing. And then these tiny little widgets I choose. So if you hold down the screen and you go up to the top left corner, you press plus, and then you can choose to have a widget on the home screen. So I chose Pinterest and this app called Bean. And the Pinterest one is my quotes folder. So let's go to the next. I used to have them all out of like folders, and it just got too much. So I was like, I'm gonna put all my apps into one, like into folders. And so I saw this really cute idea on Pinterest, and it was like affirmations. So I was like, that's super cute. So let's start with I am connected. If you can't tell, that's all the socials. So we have Snapchat, then we have Instagram. Instagram is, I don't really use it like a ton. I post like maybe once or twice a year. But that's my Instagram. Then there's TikTok. That's my TikTok. Again, I don't really post often, as much as I would like to. Then here's Pinterest. This is my board, and yes, this Quoting Era, that's the one that I used for my widget. Then we have VSCO. This one, I used to use VSCO a lot for my editing, but I have grown. I have matured out of VSCO. And then we have Be Real. We have Facebook Messenger. Then we have X, which was Twitter. So this is my Twitter. I don't think I've ever used Twitter. Then we have WhatsApp and Instagram follow reports. Yes, I am that person. And yes, I do not care. Don't judge me. Then we have I Am Entertained. And this one is like all my movies and stuff. So we have Netflix, we have Disney Plus, Crave, which is on my TV, Prime Video, Spotify. So Spotify I use for work. And so I just have like the free version. So these are all my playlists that I listen to at work and my podcasts. Then we have YouTube Studio, which tracks your videos and content. So this is mine. I have literally only posted one video so far. Then there's Cineplex and Scene Plus. So those are for my movie theater. So Cineplex is the movies that are being shown and Scene Plus is the points. Then we have podcasts, and I don't really listen to the Apple Podcasts anymore. Bitmoji and Widgetsmith. So Widgetsmith is super cool. This is where you make your like calendar. So you can choose like whatever you want. You can have a theme. You can put a photo, pretty much anything. And then in the I Am Wealthy folder, this is all my banking. So I have the TD Canada, which is my bank app, and the My Spend, which is like I can track my spending, I can see what I'm doing, all of that sort of jazz. And then we have PayPal, and then we have Shop. So Shop is really cool. You can like track your orders and stuff, and you can shop on this app as well. And then we have the currency exchange. So you can like track, like if you're traveling, you can see all of these different countries, and you can see their currency. Then we have MyTELUS, which is for tracking my phone bills and stuff. And then in the I Am Rich folder, we have my shopping. There aren't many apps for shopping, I feel like, but it is what it is. So first we have GOAT, which is like sneakers and stuff that you don't really shop for, like that you can't really buy in person. But I find it super expensive. Like I haven't shopped there. Then we have Sephora, which is makeup. Then we have Indigo, which is Chapters. It's a bookstore here in Canada. I don't know if it's anywhere else, but it's a huge deal here. On my list, I have 82 books. 82. Yeah, I don't really want to talk about it. And neither does the app. So next I have Costco, Lululemon. If you don't know what Lululemon is, it's an athletic wear store. So this is where I buy all my athletic gear, and it's like not just athletic gear, like they're coming out with a lot of like office wear, which is really cool. So yeah, I love that. IKEA and Amazon. And then in the I am photogenic folder, this is where I do all of my editing and whatnot. So I have, the first two are for my website actually. So the first one is my website. And so that's just about me. And then the next one is for like my client galleries. So when I send people photos, this is what they get led to. And then I have CapCut, which is video. And then Camera Connect, so I can connect to my cameras. And then Preview, which is for Instagram. And this is really cool where you can, I'm not logged in, but you can like create what your Instagram looks like. And then Adobe Lightroom. So in school we live by Adobe, mainly Adobe Photoshop, but I do use all of them. I like Lightroom if it's just a simple touch up to a photo. So I use that. And then Photoscan is super cool. So if you have like a lot of disposable cameras that were developed, or like film, that's super cool where you can scan the photo. So I have done a lot. And then Canva, I also use that. Not as often. Lens Buddy, this one is super cool. You can take selfies, especially like if you're by yourself or you're with somebody that kind of sucks at taking photos. You can do that. PixArt, also, I don't really use. I Am Healthy is the next one. So yes, that's all things food and health. So the first one is the Apple Health app. I haven't really figured out how to use it, but I don't know. Clue, that is my period tracker that I never use, like ever. Then it's fitness, so it goes with my Apple Watch. Then I have the Yoga Bar, which is a yoga studio that I like to go to. Then we have Healthy Living, and this you can like type in a product that you have or are thinking of getting, and it'll tell you the like rating, but like as you can see there's like a rating, and that'll tell you if it's good or not. So this one is very low. We don't like that. And then All Trails is like hiking trails that I can explore and go on. Then we have Skip the Dishes, Save on Foods, that is a grocery store. And then Starbucks. Fun fact, I used to work at Starbucks. And then Open Table, which is for booking reservations at restaurants. So yeah, stuff like that. So that is I'm Healthy. I'm Educated. So a lot of apps I didn't know what to put them in because they were kind of like all on their own. But so some of them are kind of mixed, but I'm Educated. I have my school and work. So I do go to Emily Carr, University of Art and Design. And so right beside it, Outlook is the email that my school and work use. And then Authenticator, that's like something that we have to use now to actually get into the mail. It's like a second verification thing. Zoom, that we used to use. Kahoot, we sometimes do. Humanity, that is my work scheduling. And then Linktree kind of doesn't really go in here, but it's all the links to my like social medias. And then that was I'm Educated. I'm Informed is like all of my reading. So I have my mail, the Apple one I use for my regular Gmail, and then the downloaded Gmail app I use for my photography email. And then Goodreads. Goodreads is actually really cool. So I have like my books and I have like my progress. And like the books, you can do like the books that you want to read. It's not loading, but there we go. Want to read. So I have, these are the books that I own and that I need to read before I buy more books. And then books that I have read, and you can rate them. So I've like rated all of these. And then I have She Reads Truth, which is a Bible app that I really like, and you can download like wallpapers and stuff. And they have like plans and like Bible like journey like plans that you can follow, but I don't. And then Bible Chat is super cool. I saw like a little clip of it, and you like text like how to do this, like what should I do for this, and it'll give you a Bible verse. And then St. John's Ambulance is first aid. And I have to have first aid for work. So this is pretty important to recoup my brain with. And then National Geographic, a dream of mine. I love National Geographic. And then I used to have a subscription for them, and I have like 1,000 magazines. But I stopped the subscription because I couldn't keep track of what I was reading. And then Urban Dictionary, the best dictionary ever. And then Smart Home, that is for like our doorbell and stuff. And then BC Services Card, so that is the province that I am in Canada. And so it's like, it used to have like the vaccine stuff on it and like to travel. And then in the I Am Fun folder, I have Duolingo, World Quiz, which is honestly really fun. Like you can take like a quiz and then it'll like ask you where that is. And then Heads Up, love Heads Up. And then Plague. Plague is super cool. You basically like slowly kill the world. I love it. And then I Am Driven. This is all my parking apps. So Indigo, Hang Tag, Pay by Phone. Those top three are like to pay for parking. And then Co-op is a gas station, so I have points with them. Gas Buddy is super cool. So basically you just search up where you are and it'll tell you like how much it is. And yeah, so it'll like know where you are. Like if you set up your location, then it'll tell you how much. And then Uber, so if Uber home after a fun night. And then BCAA is a towing company, so if you get stuck on the side of the road, they will come. Bean, so that was the other widget on my home page. So Bean is a really cool app that you can track where you've been, where you've traveled to. And so as you can see, I'm only 3%. But you know what? Having that on the home screen really makes me determined to save up to travel the world. And so I think that is really cool. And then ArriveCan, that is for traveling. And then, yeah, so that is literally everything. Because when I got my new phone, I deleted a whole bunch of stuff. And so right now I just have this nice little setup going. But yeah, that is it. Thanks guys for watching the What's on My iPhone. And I will catch you in the next video.